Marcó.
Yo, perteneciente al pueblo Coya en Jujuy, ha hecho que nuestras luchas de defensa del territorio hayan sido muchas, porque tenemos y sabemos cómo hemos venido protegiendo el territorio, cómo nosotros hemos podido vivir de esa Pachamama.
We can't have healthy economies without healthy planet. Nature is our strongest ally, so we really need to protect it, invest in it, and nurture it.
I'm not interested in lowering our emissions, I want to eliminate them.
Since 1970, we have already lost about 70% of all the wildlife populations. Over 1 million species are expected to go extinct in the coming decades. So really, we are in the 6th mass extinction crisis. And what does it mean to society and to us? Without nature, we won't even exist. We won't be able to survive.
Biodiversity has a big role in tackling the climate crisis in a proper way. Of course, we are already seeing effects on biodiversity as a consequence of the climate crisis, but we also can make sure to take care of our ecosystems in a more resilient way to actually reach climate targets. So it goes both ways and they're very interconnected, and I'm guessing that's no surprise to anyone that nature is intricately linked to climate.
Se producen muchos factores que hacen que las comunidades o la misma biodiversidad se vea afectada. Entonces lo que nosotros hacemos es poder dar soluciones que son propias, ancestrales, culturales y que tenemos una forma propia de vida. Entonces los pueblos indígenas mantener viva nuestra cultura, pero también mantener viva los recursos naturales.
Nature-based solution is about protecting, conserving, and restoring nature to maintain and enhance its ability to help us all to handle a multitude of development challenges. Nature-based solutions can provide 37% of cost-effective CO2 mitigation needed by 2030.
We have a goal on net zero by 2045. So it's not a matter of, trying to suffocate our society and lowering our emissions bit by bit. It's a matter of transitioning what we do, how we do it, and actually discussing with big industries, with transport sector, with agriculture, how they all can reach net zero by doing things in a different manner, not whether they are doing them or not.
As a UNDP, we are supporting lots of on-the-ground work in 140 countries for nature-based solutions and conservation to increase the funding available for biodiversity, but also looking at the negative finance. For example, if we're talking about agricultural subsidies around the world, 80% at least is harmful to nature or human health. So that sort of negative finance needs to be redirected to more nature positive or at least nature neutral sort of finance.
We're proud to be a big contributor to different climate initiatives that invest in different parts of the world. But it's not a matter of only giving the money and them being done. It's a matter of cooperating in a constructive way and making use of the knowledge that we have all around the world, because there's so much knowledge that we're not using in a proper way.
Un concepto importante es la formación de guardianes y guardianas comunitarias. Estas jóvenes, ya sean hombres y mujeres, que se forman por empezar en el derecho indígena, el conocer el territorio, las formas tradicionales, las formas propias de cómo cuidar la biodiversidad con la que nos encontramos.
We live on one earth, we share the air, we share the ocean, and there's no point in any country getting there first and, waving towards all the other countries, look at us, we're done. That's not what it's about. It's about developing our whole world in a positive way.
The notion of trade-off between nature conservation and economic development really belongs to the last century, because we know that businesses depend on nature. Currently, our investment in nature conservation is 0.2% of the global GDP. when half of the economy, half of the global GDP is dependent on nature. That doesn't make sense.
Y este avance económico, de una manera muy neoliberal y capitalista, ese crecimiento económico vaya en contra de los territorios de vida, de las formas de producción local, ha hecho que cada vez haya más riqueza para algunos y más pobreza para muchos.
If you read economic reports, you will see that they're quite clearly stating that you have to transition to gain profits, economic profits. There will only be breadcrumbs left of a fossil economy that, you can scrape that up if you'd like to, but you're going to be very hungry in the future.
Es importante participar en estos debates que se abren, no al choque, no irnos a enfrentar, sino a ir a complementarnos a acciones que nos permitan poder avanzar.
I'm part of a generation that's quite worried because we're not doing good enough and we're not doing all that we have to do fast enough, and I encourage everyone to be active and to contribute to a positive development because it is possible.
The current biodiversity finance gap per year is around 700 billion. It's around 0.7% of the GDP. So by investing much less than 1% of the GDP, we should be able to finance action necessary for implementing the global biodiversity framework, which is a bargain, really.
Tengo esperanza de que este mundo se puede transformar. Los indígenas en el mundo estamos dispuestos a poder ayudar, a colaborar y a ser parte de este cambio que se tiene que dar. Tengamos protagonismo y que tengamos el respeto a nuestros saberes y conocimientos para poder lograrlo.
I'm particularly encouraged how business and finance sectors are proactively coming forward to be part of the solution for the biodiversity crisis. I'm seeing some signs of hope, and I think we are gathering momentum.
We have the money, we have the methods, we have the science, we have everything we need. We have multilateral systems to contribute to us solving this. We have all of the ingredients and we just have to cook the dish.